Welcome. Hello, Marina. Hello, Marie Pendle. Hello, M. Kelly from Canada. Hello, Ferris from South Africa. Hello, Karen Carden. Hello, Roy Shanto. Yes, we are in it to win it. Hello, Keyshawn. We're going to get started in a few minutes. Hildegrad is here from Toronto. Alana is here from Israel. Hello, Keyshawn. How are you? Karen Cardens is here from Phoenix, Arizona. I bet it's nice and toasty there. Dr. Talib Hossein. Hello. Yes. Hi, Karen. Yes, everything's good with Ash and his wife. Stefan, hello. There she is. There she is. Tanya ONPASSIVE. Hello, how are you, Tanya? Marcia, and see, we have a lot of wonderful founders joining us today, and we also have some wonderful guests today for this guest webinar. You're in for a treat today. Marcia is here from Texas. Tara Cool from Islam. Tara Cool Islam is saying hello. Tara Cool is from Bangladesh, and I apologize if I'm not saying your names right, so give me a little grace on that. Mr. Bishnu, gosh, is here from India. We have, oh my God, there's so many people saying hello. I'm gonna, Suzanne Bopp from Germany. Gerald Lynn is here from the Philippines. Ron Hurlbert's in the house. Good to see you, Ron. Karen from Arizona is sending love to all. Gaspard is here from Norway. There he is. There he is, Mr. Q&A, Red Redfern, who's just joined us on the screen. Hello, Red. Good to see you. Red's wearing white today. That's okay. March 1st. David Cooper from the Bahamas. Hello. Joel is here. Sherry Dursawa. How are you? Let's see. Geraldine is here from the Philippines. Loretta Hammonds from Decatur, Georgia. Come on down. Marie Pendle from Virginia. So I guess we should get this party going. Sound good, Mike? Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Susie McCrae, and today is our Let's Bless Our Loved Ones guest webinar. Today is March 1st. So we're welcoming in the new month. Today, you're going to hear a presentation about ONPASSIVE, and you've been invited by someone who really cares about you so that you can learn about ONPASSIVE, catch a glimpse of the vision, and jump on board and become a founding member. You see, today we're not here to try to convince you or pester you or pressure you. We have plenty of founders right now, but our CEO has been gracious enough to keep the door open for a brief time so that we can welcome people in as founders who really, truly catch the vision of this company and what it's going to do. So we're gonna hear from Marty DeGarmo, and then we'll have a presentation by Mike Ellis, and then I will be back to have the panel say a few words, and then we'll let you know what to do next. This is being recorded, which is wonderful because you'll be able to get a copy of this link. So our first speaker today is Marty DeGarmo. He comes to us from New Jersey in the United States. And Marty was originally a project manager for 15 plus years in the corporate world, traveled across the globe. Then the last 15 plus years, I think it's 17 or 18, he's been doing some online marketing, network marketing. He has seen it all. He has seen everything that's out there. But once he saw ONPASSIVE, he truly understood that this was the last business that he would need to be part of. And congratulations, Marty. He's been a founder yesterday for 3 years. Way to go. Or today, maybe it is today. Anyway, congratulations. Marty has a lot of wisdom. So Marty, it's all yours if you'd like to share with everyone why you're so excited about ONPASSIVE.
Fantastic. Thank you, Susie. It's 3 years ago yesterday. Yes.
All right.
Yep. 3 years. Best decision I made online, that's for sure. Anyway, welcome everybody. It is March 1st, 2022, believe it or not. And you came here, obviously, to hear about a business. You probably in the past heard about many businesses if you've been online more than a month. A little about myself, I'm 62. I have been online, like Susie said, a long 18 years. And I got on for the same reason. I wanted to develop an income somehow, some way. And I saw other people doing it. So I figured they can do it, I can do it. I didn't want to come on and just make what you call chump change. I wanted to make freedom money is what I call it, where you get in and you work and you get that thing called residual income and you can do what you want with your life, get back some time, right? We have no control over time. So if you can replace it and give yourself time freedom, it's a big deal, as long as you have the money. Because a lot of people have time and no money, and some people have money and no time. Yes, I'm greedy. I wanted both. Well, the first few years was not fun at all, because what happens is, yeah, I found a business. I can't even tell you what it was at the time. It's a long time ago. And I did everything I was told. And they tell you, well, you got to make a list. I made a list. I did get a couple of people to follow me into that business. And I figured, well, I'm in, I guess I'm going to win. And then I found out, not so fast. There's other things you got to do. What? Well, you got to keep bringing people in. The heck am I going to do that? So now I brought in family and friends. A few of them did follow me. So the next month comes along and you have a thing called auto ship. So now I'm paying more money. And keep in mind, I didn't forget, I got in to make money, not keep paying money. So I didn't want to give up. So I'd pay the first month. And I'm trying to look for other people to invite. I don't know how to market. I can't get my own, what they call leads or traffic to my site. So I'm kind of struggling. Then they tell you, well, make a list of everybody you know in high school, anybody you ever met. If you're at a gas station, tell that guy or that woman, whatever, right? So I harassed everybody I ever met. The sad thing is the people that did get in with me, now they've got an auto ship and they know as much as I do, which is zero. Some of them quit because they can't afford the auto ship and they don't know how to build the business. I'm thinking, man, this is nothing like I thought it would be. This is work. And you don't know what you don't know. Nobody's standing back going, oh, by the way, the chance of you succeeding is zero, so because they're going to tell you that, they don't want you to quit. So anyway, years and years of trying different stuff. And about 10 years ago, I ran into Mike Ellis and Dan Street. They're both here. And we formed a team and we were all good at something. And together we were pretty good combined. Driving traffic, making pages, autoresponders, everything. So then what happened? We get into a business and we start building a team, and we actually could build a team. We were happy as a lark. We're done. That's all we got to do is just build a team. So you take time to set up a system. You got autoresponders because you're gearing it towards that business. And as you're going, you just get cranking up. And one day you go to the website and it says, down for maintenance. It should have said disappeared for life, but it didn't. It said down for maintenance for the first week. So we're sitting waiting like, what the heck? Never comes back. Okay. We start looking for something else. Where we know how to build a team. Let's look for something else. Now, the people that you built on that team, not a whole lot of them are going to come with you because they thought you knew what you were doing the first time. And they kind of want to blame you because that company folded. It's just the way it is. So we find another one, and that happened again. We find another one that seems to be okay. And you're building a team, and we built big teams. Here's the problem. I am now working with a team of people that are in the same shoe I was 7, 8 years earlier. They don't know how to build a team. They don't know how to market. They don't know how to do social media, nothing. So you go, oh my God, what do we do? So myself, Mike and Dan talking, let's help them build a system. I found out really quickly that you can't duplicate what you're doing. especially if you're doing Facebook ads. Facebook ads are a moving target. What's good one day, how you write it, the next day you write it, because they have many different people all over the world okay in your ad. Really, it's that bad. So you gotta, it's kind of a game, like a chess game. So you got to go back and tell people, try this, try that, and try. Next thing you know, they lose their Facebook account because they put in something like make $1 trillion in 2 minutes. Facebook goes, well, you're gone. And then I had an admin account where I'm trying to help them physically. Theirs got kicked out. I got mine kicked out. And I said, oh, this isn't working. Anyway, long, horrible, nasty story. That went on for a while. And we made money, not very much, not as much as I wanted to. The problem was, once we found out everything we didn't know that we needed to know, it bothered all of us that we are, even if we could build a team and start making money, you have to use people to get there. They can't go with you. It's just, they're not going to go with you unless you find a large group of people that know how to market on their own, and they don't. Numbers don't lie. Numbers say 97, 98% of the people are going to fail online. You know that when you get in. I didn't know it then. I know it now because I've lived it. So, man, what the heck are we going to do? I mean, I always wondered, why isn't a company developed to help everyone? Because you would think if they succeed, the company succeeds, it'll run longer than 6 months. Well, obviously that didn't happen. 3 years ago yesterday, I was online looking. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was really thinking about not doing online marketing. Now keep in mind, we could build teams, and we were thinking about quitting. This is how tough this game is. So met Red Redford here. He's here, and Peter Rogers. I knew him. We knew him from a business before. I trusted them. They were good guys. Trust is another one online. Everybody's a great person until you find out they're not. So they told me what they were doing. I asked a few questions. Is there an auto ship? No. Can anyone win? Everyone will be successful. They don't tell you you're going to make a lot of money, because that's not true. You'll make money, but how much? Company can't tell you that. And I said, wow. Yeah, everybody. The company's designed for everyone to win. If you're in, you win. So I was, holy cow, no auto ship. I don't have to, there's no criteria. Like, the better you do, the more they charge you. I mean, some of these companies, the bigger your team, they change the bar. They raise it. Okay, you could do it, but now you have to buy $700 worth of personal products or whatever. Not here. So I said, okay, what's it cost? And they told me, and I'm not even going to tell you because it's going to blow you away. I signed up right away. I went back to Mike and Dan, told them what I knew, which was zero. I knew those 5 things. And at that point, we were pretty, what you'd call desperate to find something that might work for everyone. Needless to say, all of us have been on since 3 years ago. And it's the best decision I ever made, we ever made. Great company, great CEO. And so that I don't talk for 7.5 hours, I'm going to turn it over to Mike Ellis. He can explain this business in about 23 minutes, and you will understand why this big guy in New Jersey is really happy about what we have. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Mike, and thank you very much.
Yeah, no, thanks, Marty. That's a great introduction, and it shows people the vicious circle with marketing online. It's very, very difficult, and if you're not really good at it, you're not going to make any money. It really is as simple as that. And what Marty has described to you is the real deal. We've been doing this for 12, 15 years. And it was just very, very difficult to find something that everybody could be successful in. And that brings us to ONPASSIVE. And I'm going to be talking about ONPASSIVE and what ONPASSIVE can do for you. And I really want to start with the company of ONPASSIVE. Marty talked about us being in for about 3 years now. We've been in since about the inception of ONPASSIVE, and we've seen this journey. We've seen the evolution. We know what's happened. And in the last 3 years, Ash Mufarov, the CEO of ONPASSIVE, has taken ONPASSIVE from where it was during the conception stage to where it is right now, where we are going in to the global launch of ONPASSIVE. In other words, we're launching to the public worldwide all the products of ONPASSIVE. And as you look at ONPASSIVE, it's a very, very large corporation right now. In fact, they are a unicorn company before the global launch. That is a company that has a value of over $1 billion. Yes, it's very, very big. Yes, it's very, very complicated. Yes, there are a lot of moving parts. But when we start talking about what Ash Mufareh has done for us, it becomes very, very easy. So I'm going to start talking about ONPASSIVE just a little bit, just to give you an idea of who ONPASSIVE is, what ONPASSIVE is, who ONPASSIVE is, what they're doing, and that they have tremendous longevity. This isn't an upstart company. This company already has tremendous longevity. As we go into the global launch of ONPASSIVE, our longevity will be years and decades. That's really, really important to know, because as you come in, especially online, like Marty said, as you come in with any company, you want to make sure that you have enough time to develop wealth, develop an income, develop a residual income, and develop wealth. If you don't have that, move on, because what will happen is exactly what Marty talked about. One day you'll go on and they'll just be gone. That is not ONPASSIVE. Now, ONPASSIVE is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology company. They are a digital company and more. But primarily, initially, they came out with their digital products, and they're very, very wide ranging. They anywhere from an automated marketing platform that has all the tools we use to market online, to a educational platform. Educators can come in, put their curriculum on there and teach online, to an HR platform, human resources platform, where businesses can come in and run their human resources department. And it goes on and on and on, from a traffic source to a webinar platform, a lot like what we're looking at now. And that's just a sample of the products that ONPASSIVE has put together and will launch to the global community. Now, all of these products, every product that I'm going to talk about today, and this is a really, really important point of ONPASSIVE, and it'll give you an idea of the kind of longevity that they're going to have. Again, very, very important. Any of the products that I talk about in ONPASSIVE, they are proprietary products. They're their products. They built them from the ground up. Cutting edge technology. It's the best technology online today, period. They are superior, and they are at a lower price point. Okay. Now, when you can bring products to the market that are superior products and cost less than any other product out there, what do you think is going to happen? And I know it's common sense. People are going to flock into ONPASSIVE, and they're going to use the products of ONPASSIVE because they're better. They make their life easier. They make their job easier. They make their bottom line better. All good things. And because of that, the amount of volume, and I want you to keep volume in the back of your mind, the amount of volume that's going to be coming into ONPASSIVE, it's going to be extraordinary. And I'll give you one example of volume by talking about this webinar platform we're on right now, which is Zoom. Zoom is one of the largest webinar platforms in the world today. Why? Because it's the best right now. It's very, very easy to use. It's not perfect, believe me, and it has very, very outdated technology. ONPASSIVE will come out with their webinar platform. It's called OConnect. Now, Zoom did $123 billion in revenue last year. That's a lot. That's a really, really big company. As ONPASSIVE comes out, has a superior technology, just so much better than the antiquated technology that Zoom is using, at a lower price point, I believe, and I've heard this from some of the technicians that are in ONPASSIVE, that are participating with ONPASSIVE. They've told me that when OConnect comes out, it will take away probably 85 to 90% of the market the first year away from Zoom. Now, that's $123 billion in revenue. There are 24 other webinar platforms out there. We're going to do the same thing to them because, again, their technology is antiquated. And when that happens, what kind of revenue is going to be coming into ONPASSIVE? It's going to be massive. That's one product. ONPASSIVE has over 50 products today, okay? And as they launch, all of these products are going to be put out to the world. And if we only take 10% of that market, it's massive. When we start getting up over 50, 60, 70%, just get ready because your life is going to change. So as we talk about ONPASSIVE, as we talk about the products of ONPASSIVE and the amount of revenue that's going to be coming into ONPASSIVE, Ash Mufareh, very, very early on, and Ash Mufareh is a CEO, he's the visionary, he's the brain trust, he's our mad scientist that has put all this together. Ash Mufareh told us very, very early on that he was going to share the majority of the wealth coming into ONPASSIVE with those individuals participating with ONPASSIVE. That's you and I participating with ONPASSIVE. Why? Why is he going to do that? He didn't do this for the money, although he's going to do very, very well. In fact, he's going to do extremely well. But his goal was to come in and make sure, as Marty talked about, make sure the people coming in will be successful. Not only will you be successful, but Ash will guarantee that you will take care of that bottom line. And he said that by sharing the majority of the wealth with those participating with ONPASSIVE. And when you say sharing the majority of the wealth, it's not 12 or 15 or 20%. It's 52%, 55, 60, 65%. And when you have the sheer volume that ONPASSIVE is going to generate coming in, and Ash Mufareh sharing the majority of the wealth with you and I, those individuals participating with ONPASSIVE, now you have a company, again, you have a company that will have longevity. You'll have time to come in, build an income, build a residual income, and build wealth. That's why we're all here. It's why we're all here. So ONPASSIVE is a massive company right now, unicorn company. As you come in, continue to explore ONPASSIVE, because everything you read about and see about ONPASSIVE, the other webinars that you go on, you're going to see that ONPASSIVE, we're giving you a sliver, and it's a really, really pretty piece of pie, but it's just a sliver. As you continue to explore ONPASSIVE, it gets better and better and better. So what is ONPASSIVE going to do for you? What are they going to do for me? This is very, very simple. This is where Ash has taken it, really boiled it down, given it to us, and it's so easy to understand. And I'm going to go through it very, very quickly, and you're going to get it. It's just not that difficult. So as we come into ONPASSIVE, what is ONPASSIVE going to do? They're going to come in, they're going to go into their IT products, they're going to build an automated marketing platform for us, automated sales marketing platform for us. That's number one. Number two, they're going to hook it up to AI, artificial intelligence. When they hook your sales platform up to artificial intelligence, this is really important, it gives you 100% automated business. Again, that's what we're all looking for, 100% automated. Once they do that, they're not done. They're going to reach back into their IT tools. They're going to pull out their traffic source, and then they're going to start driving traffic to your sales platform to bring customers in. Now, what does that mean? When you think about traffic, all traffic is, if you have a brick and mortar store and someone walks in the door, that's traffic. You get a pair of eyes looking at what you have to offer. It's the same thing with online. So Ash is going to get eyes in front of what you're doing, the products of ONPASSIVE, because that's what they're going to be selling. And as they come in, they're going to manage everything. So the customer will come in, look at the products, they're going to manage that. They're going to come in and buy the products of ONPASSIVE, they're going to manage that. They're going to come in and use the products of ONPASSIVE, they're going to manage that. Remember, 100% automated. So how do we get paid? We get paid a lot like a commission sales individual that's doing business with a company. They go out, they make a $100 sale, they get 10%, they get $10. So if you get that particular customer in your organization, you're going to get a commission for each customer that lands in your organization. Now, when we're talking about the volume of ONPASSIVE that's going to be coming in, you're not talking about a few sales, a few hundred sales. They are going to be flocking in. And I believe that every member that comes in and starts to participate with ONPASSIVE, you will be in a position over time to take care of that bottom line and not worry about finances. This is what Ash Mufareh is going to do for all of us. It's very, very simple. And if you keep in mind product, customer, and volume, products superior, customers will come in because they're superior at a lower price point. They'll come in, they'll buy, and then you look at the sheer volume that ONPASSIVE is going to be bringing in. I'll get to that in just a little bit one more time. You're going to understand that what Ash and his team is doing and the amount of volume that they're going to be doing for all of us is going to put you in that position, again, where you do not worry about finances. So how do you come into ONPASSIVE? Today, there is a position. It is the founder position. It is a $97 position with a $5 fee for your credit card. It's $102. And what it does is it locks you into the company of OnPassive. It locks you into the pay structure of OnPassive. That's really, really important because OnPassive is going to go to work for us very, very quickly. And they're going to do that by driving traffic, building our business. And as a founding member, as OnPassive launches to the world very, very quickly, the founding members will always get more traffic. Again, traffic are eyes in front of what you're doing, coming in and buying. And it's so important to get as many eyes in front of your products, which are the products of OnPassive, to get those customers coming in and buying, because the more traffic you have, the quicker you can cut timeframes and the quicker you can get to that point where you don't worry about finances. So the founding position is a very, very powerful position. Now, there are other bonuses in the founding position that I won't go over today, but extremely powerful. Now, as founding members, how do we come into OnPassive? As OnPassive goes into the global launch, let me back up just for a second. That $97, $102, that is a one-time fee. All right. You'll pay it once. It's not a monthly fee. You'll pay it once. You'll never have to go out of pocket again. All the fees in OnPassive, and there are 2 of them, are one-time fees. You'll pay it once. You'll never go out of pocket again. OnPassive is a self-funding business. So let's get to the to coming into OnPassive as they go into the global launch As founding members, we will come in and we will all have to pay a subscription fee. Again, that is another fee that we'll have to pay. That's the second fee. We will pay it once. We will never have to go out of pocket again. Self-funding business. So we come in, we pay that fee. We believe it's going to be between $200 and $300. Ashman has not shared that with us. If it's $300, that's fine. I'm ready for that. If it's less than that, we'll be happily surprised. But $200 to $300. We'll pay that fee. We go into our back office. We click a button. We become independent resellers of the IT product. Okay, that's the process we have to go through. Now, don't get scared about the title of independent reseller of the IT product. Okay, you don't have to sell, you don't have to recruit, you don't have to share. Again, it is 100% automated, but we have to have that title in order for OnPassive to pay us, and we want OnPassive to pay us. Believe me. So let's back up to the membership level, $200 to $300 one-time payment. That is a monthly fee. Okay, we'll come in, let's say it's $300, we'll come in, we'll pay the $300. In the next month, that $300 is going to be due. Here's what's going to happen. OnPassive is going to build our business for us. That's why 100% automated. The preceding months after that first month, OnPassive will bring in enough customers so that you will not have to pay that next month's fee of $300. And that will be going forward. You will never have to pay another $300. You'll go out of pocket once. You'll never have to pay that fee again. Again, it will be paid from the proceeds that OnPassive is going to be bringing in for each and every one of us. So this is what OnPassive is going to be doing for us. It's how we're going to be coming in. Very, very simple. If you keep in mind that it is a self-funding program, as we come in, they're going to force us to be successful. They're going to force us to make money. And then you keep in mind the product, customer, and volume, you're set. You understand the whole system of what OnPassive is going to be doing for us. Before I turn it back over to Susie, I want to go down and talk about volume one more time, because it's really important you understand just the sheer magnitude of what Ash and his team have done and how much volume is going to be coming in. And let me tell you that Ash and his team, he has a team of engineers in Hyderabad, about 200 strong. They've developed all the products of OnPassive, and these individuals, they're the brightest of the brightest. They've done a terrific job with the product side of OnPassive. So that's where the products are made. But as we look at volume on all the products that are going to be introduced to the world, I'm going to talk about 4 of them. And those 4 products are OConnect, which is the webinar platform, OStaff, which is the HR platform, Ocademy, which is the educational platform, and OTraffic, which is the traffic source that will be sold to the general public. When we look at just 4 products, again, they're over 50, way over 50. If we look at 4 products, the amount of revenue that comes in with just those 4 products is $483 billion. Getting really, really close to $500 billion in revenue with 4 products. If we come in and we look at those 4 products, and we'll be very, very conservative. OnPassive comes in the first year, they take 10% of those 4 products. Okay, that's very, very conservative. I think we'll do much, much better than that. But 10% of 483 billion is 48 billion. That kind of revenue coming into ONPASSIVE with Ash Mufareh sharing the majority of the wealth with you and I, those individuals that come in and are founders of ONPASSIVE, it gives you a way forward very, very quickly. Again, it's only 4 products. Very quickly to get to that place where you're just taking care of your financial needs. And that's where we all want to be. ONPASSIVE, as you think about it, it is a global company today. We're in over 200 countries. There are no limitations on the amount of money that you can earn. I really love to hear that. And as you look at that, Ash will never add any qualifications. Marty talked about that early on. Companies come in, and as you make money, they add qualifications because they don't want you to make money. ONPASSIVE will never do that. Once that income starts to come in, and by the way, it is a residual income. These customers will come in, and they're paying a monthly fee anyway for the products they're using today. They'll come in, pay the monthly fee. It is residual income, and that amount will come to you every month after month after month after month. And as that happens, it gives you the ability, yes, to build an income, yes, to build residual income, and yes, to build wealth online. That's where we all want to be. ONPASSIVE is giving each and every one of us the opportunity to succeed. Keep it very, very simple, self-funding for success, product, customer, volume, and keep in mind that it's 100% automated with AI. Now, I know I've left off some things, and Susie and the rest of the panel can fill in what I've left off, but I'm going to hand it back over to you, Susie, and you direct it any way you want to go.
Okay, well, thank you, Mike. I think you did a terrific job as always. And those of you listening today, if you can just, like I always say, catch a whisker or a glimpse of what we're talking about, then you need to get back to the person who invited you and become a founder yourself. When's the last time you were invited to be a founding member of a company of this magnitude? I bet the answer is never. I know it's never happened in my lifetime. So get back to the person who invited you. They'll get you going. They have a registration link. It's easy peasy. Get on board and continue your learning process as to what we're all about. So great job, Mike. And thank you, Marty, for opening up with your wisdom. So before we do anything else, I'd like to hear from some of the panelists. Like Mike says, Mike does a presentation, and all of us kind of have a little bit of insight we like to share with the guests today, so you can even learn a little bit more. So first we have Charles Osung. Charles lives in Maryland in the USA. He has 30 plus years in the IT field. And what I love about Charles is he understands what an internet company or an information technology company, what it takes, what the dynamics are. So he's great to have here as a panelist because he really shares a lot of wisdom from his years of experience, and he's excited about ONPASSIVE too. So Charles, if you could share a few words, that would be great.
Oh, thank you so very much, Susie. Always glad to have you. Wonderful job setting the stage for all of us. I want to thank Marty, first of all, for giving his short story, summarizing it, keeping it short, so that Mike can come and seal the deal. And by the way, Mike, you did not miss anything. You were 100% on point. And if anybody, a guest here, did not get it, we just have to pray for you. That's all I can say. But I know some of you might be saying, well, it sounds too good to be true, or maybe I've heard this kind of stuff before and I got in and it didn't work. Well, I'm just going to touch on that because being there, done that. Okay. Like Susie said, I have tons of years of experience in business, online as well as offline. Yes, I do have IT background, but that's not necessary to be in ONPASSIVE. Okay. It just makes me understand it better. But because of my background, and I know a bunch of you sitting here today, you have done other things out there. And I'm just going to tell you what is different between ONPASSIVE and those other things. Okay. When I saw it, by the time I saw it, I was retired from work. I was doing my own business. And I said, I will not even touch with a long pole, what they call MLM, multi-level marketing. I wasn't even gonna get there, not even close. So I developed 3 main questions, okay? And this was just to prevent me from falling into that trap. Question number 1, okay? Do I have to recruit or sell to even one person in order to make money? And I'm not talking about chop change like Marty said earlier. I'm talking about enough money to give me financial freedom, okay? So if I don't sell to one person, I don't recruit even one person, can I make enough money to have financial freedom? That is question number 1. And the answer to this with ONPASSIVE is what? A resounding yes. Question number 2, do I have to come out of pocket every month to pay some bill? In the industry, they call it ownership. Marty touched on that too, okay? Because once you are hard up, that is the first thing that goes out the window. So with ONPASSIVE, guess what? Once we launch, you're gonna come out of pocket once. That's it. No monthly ownership. And here's question number 3. Now, it's the last but certainly not the least. Does the company have legitimate, viable products? By legitimate, I'm talking about legal. By viable, I'm talking about products that are necessary. Something that mankind, you and I, we need on a daily basis. Think about your cell phone. Think about Wi-Fi, internet access. In this day and age, if you don't have a cell phone, trust me, life is miserable. You go somewhere and there is no internet connection, life is what? Miserable. Now that is viability, okay? And if a company doesn't have viable products, by the way, that company is a time bomb. It is just a matter of time before it explodes. And that is why some of us, a lot of us, have gone into businesses that Marty mentioned earlier. You try to log in and site is not available. And you're praying and hoping that is only for 1 week or 2 weeks. Well, it's forever. Why? Products are not viable. But guess what? ONPASSIVE has the most legitimate, viable, and digital products in this day and age. And as Mike Ellis says, at a lower price point, that is value. Now, you're going to find companies out there that have maybe 1, maybe 2 of those things I just mentioned, but not all 3. And if you find a company that has all 3, any one of us on this panel, I can assure you, you can take this to the bank. We will be your first customer. Back to you, Susie.
Geez, after hearing Marty, Mike, and now you, Charles, I'm all excited. I want to sign up again. Love your wisdom about that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, he was last week. So Red, we're going to bring you on right now. The next we call him Mr. Q&A, Red Redfern from the United Kingdom. Red knows all the ins and outs about ONPASSIVE, and Red's going to tell you he is a chef. Anyone can be part of this business. He always has some great insight, very difficult to stump with a question. He's Mr. Q&A. Go ahead, Red. Share some of what you love about ONPASSIVE.
Thanks very much, Susie, and the rest of the panel. Great job so far by everybody. Unfortunately, Andy Burks is there thinking, am I going to be last this week or not? I was last week, Andy. Anyway, as Susie said, I'm a chef by trade. That is my trade that I've been since I was 17. And it goes to show that this opportunity as a founder in ONPASSIVE is for everyone and anybody. If I can do it, anybody can do this. Why? Because as Mike has said and Marty has said, the company does everything for us. What do we have to do? participate. That is all. This opportunity that has been presented to you today is for the founder's position, that early bird, you know, to get in the door whilst it's cheap before the whole world know about it. How many times have you sat and looked at big companies? You might have heard about them 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and thought, if only I got involved back then. Well, this is your chance and this is your opportunity to get involved in that next mega giant company that you are going to see online. Now, there is nothing wrong with products and services that you see online right now. We have all been around the internet now for nearly 30 plus years or more. And the products and services that we have used throughout that in our lifetime have been quite adequate. But there's always another company that come along. Why? Because they have better tech, they have better visuals, and they have a better, cheaper, more valuable package for us, the consumer. Now, if you cast your mind back, we Google everything now, but back in the day, it was AOL, Ask Jeeves. Remember these types of people? The same goes with mobile phones, Motorola, Nokia back in the day. Nothing wrong with all of these companies. So why aren't they around now? Quite frankly, because new technology, new companies, and better service for us, the consumer, have come along. ONPASSIVE is going to be another one of these companies. We have built better quality, cheaper technology that is being used out there right now. We will present this to the consumers, and they are going to be completely blown away by what we have in our arsenal of products and services. We benefit because we are founders. We have taken that leap of faith. We have trusted somebody to get involved in this early bird, and we will reap those rewards. I'm just going to leave you with this. Decisions that you make today have an effect on your life in a couple of years' time down the line. For the sake of $97, which is a good night out at the end of the day, women waste, no, they don't waste, they spend more money on the skirt than they do on $97. So why not spend it on something that is going to change your financial life in the future? Get hold of the person who is introduced to you today with this opportunity. Ask for that registration link. Get that $97 in there, and you are then securing your spot as a founder of ONPASSIVE. It comes with so many benefits that we haven't even told you about today, because we just want you to get a little slither of what ONPASSIVE can do for you as a founder. The world really is going to be our oyster as far as this company is concerned. They are going to be doing so much more than just what Mike has told you about today. So come on board. We'd love to have you. And we really do hope that you sign up and start this journey of ONPASSIVE as a founder like we have. Back to you, Susie.
Okay, thank you, Red. Always love hearing you speak and give your insight. You know, a lot of people talking today have been online, have done businesses online. I had a direct sales MLM business I was part of, just on the side, and I was looking for ways to improve it. And I came across ONPASSIVE when at the beginning it was a marketing platform, and now it's turned into a business, all-in-one business solution. But the neat thing about it was I understood it. I got it right away. Our brain trust, our CEO, Ash Mufarah, has it figured out, keeping this simple. They're going to do the work for us. It's fully automated, all the stuff we've been talking about today. But the best part was I was able to invite friends and family that I cared about who have no idea about maybe how to market or what's online. And that's the beauty of it. They didn't need to. They heard my excitement. They understood the process, that they pay $97 now plus a $5 credit card activation fee. And then when we go to the global launch, they will come out of pocket one more time between $200 and $300. That hasn't been set yet. And they are locked in. They are part of the company. Like I said, when's the last time you were asked to be a founder of a company? you know, if you want a copy of today's webinar to look at, I put it in the chat. You send an email to onpassivenation@gmail.com and then do something else. Go check out onpassive.com. All the products are there, videos, frequently asked questions. You're going to really, truly be amazed at what this company is all about. You will just learn so much. But more importantly, get back to the person who invited you, because they're the ones who can help get you on board. You see, we're here volunteering our time, helping other fellow founders who have invited their guests. Today's benefit is for you, not for us. This is for you. We love talking about it, but it's up to you to take the next step. Okay, so next we have Andy Burks. Okay, yeah, he's not last. I'm sorry, Dan, you can go last today. Andy comes to us from the UK. And Andy's background is in numbers and financial. So Andy, I'm ready for you to make my head spin if you'd like to talk a little bit about what intrigues you with the numbers with OnPassive.
There are so many. Thank you guys, by the way, and thank you, Susie. There are so many things that intrigue me. As Susie said, I've been a financial advisor for 35 years, so I'm a numbers guy. I'm not tech savvy in the slightest. And to be fair, I haven't got a clue as to half of the products that OnPassive has created. What I do understand is the simplicity of it. So they're going to register me a domain name, build me a website, drive specific targeted traffic. And I know Charles and Mike have touched on this. Specific targeted traffic to the website, close the sale, and then deal with all the customer support. But they're then going to pay me for each customer that comes on board and falls in my group. So I'm going to give you an example, and this is not what will happen. It's possible it could happen. This is just an example of the power of compounding, the power of numbers. So I'm going to give you an example and say OnPassive will give you your 3 customers very quickly. Now, we expect over 100 million customers in our first year. So to get your first 3, as Mike said, 3, and there's no further cost out of pocket, it's going to happen in the first few days. After that, I'm going to then suggest that it's going to take 3 months to create 3 further customers for you and 3 customers for each of your 3 customers, and so on. So it'll go you plus 3 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12, plus your 4 is 16, 16 times 3, 48, plus your 16, 64, and 64 times 3, 192, plus your 64, that's 256 customers. Now, I'm not a recruiter, and recruitment is a dirty word. What we do and what is interesting is sharing this opportunity. So this particular webinar that we have going is for guests. The object of the exercise is to, as Susie said, tell your loved ones, tell your friends, make sure that they get access to something that they've never had an opportunity to get access before. But if you've shared this with 9 other people that join us and take advantage of this fantastic opportunity, so you then have 10 to start with, those numbers at the end of the year, instead of being 256, are 2,560. Now, I'm going to go one stage further today. The average pension in the UK, the average pension pot in the UK is £68,897. That gives you an income of just over 3,000 a year, plus your old age pension, which is 7,155 odd, the average pension. So that's just over 10,000. So your pension income, what people live on, is £846 a month. Now, if you've got 9 others, and at the end of the first year, we've got 2,560 in your group, and as an example, if each of those customers gave you $1, you'd have 2,560. That's almost twice what your UK pension would be for most people. Now, the other beauty is, what about school fees? School fees cost the average family £30,000 a year to send a son or daughter to university. Now, that is a 5-year term. So that's, 150,000. And most of these students start with a massive loan. Why not get them a position in on passive, and they cover their own costs? They have a no debt by the time they've finished. Not only have they got an income, but now they can go and search for the perfect job if they so desired. Thank you, Susie. Back to you.
Well, you made my head spin again, Andy. Thank you. Thank you so much. And he's actually being conservative. This company has been in process for, let's see, geez, it'll be 4 years in July, right, guys? Yeah, 4 years. And some people look, well, geez, that's taking quite a long time. Well, it's not, because we're going to have longevity, and the CEO has this planned out, and we're doing it the right way. So the things Andy's talking about coming on board and the rewards you will get are going to help you throughout your lifetime, and it will help you leave a legacy for your family. Okay, last but not least, okay, you'll see all of us have a different background here. We have Dan Street coming to us from Colorado. Dan is recently retired. He's been involved in online businesses and marketing for 15 plus years. And he was in the healthcare field, and he's going to explain a little bit about that and tell you his insight about ONPASSIVE. So go ahead and share away, Dan. Good to see you.
Well, thanks, Susie. Great job, Mike, Red, Charles, Andy, Marty, everybody. All these guys have pretty much given everybody an unbelievable appreciation of what ONPASSIVE is all about. One other thing I'd like to mention before I just highlight a few other things is the fact that we are in, I think, 215 countries right now, and we've got over 1 million founders. And so that says a lot for this company as being a global company that is just reaching every aspect and every profession and every person in the world. So whatever your profession is, I mean, Red's a chef, Mike's been in construction, Susie, you're HR, IT for Charles, and financial services for Andy, and Marty's traveled all over the world. I mean, every person in the planet is able to take advantage of everything that ONPASSIVE has. Now, I had a 30-year career selling medical devices to orthopedic surgeons, and I spent the majority of my life in an operating room. And I was always looking. It was a very stressful business, so I was always looking to gain my time freedom. It was a very rewarding career, so it wasn't as much finances as it was the time and just getting away from all that stress. And during all that time, I was involved in network marketing for 15 years. I was working with Mike and Marty for a long time. And we, after failing in this industry for all the reasons that Marty had mentioned, thank God we were introduced to ONPASSIVE. And over the last few years, we've seen and we've witnessed the value of this company increase beyond anything we could have imagined. And now we're very close to realizing the dream of ONPASSIVE's launch to the world. And as Mike said, these products are proprietary. They're built from scratch. They're AI induced. And because these products are superior and at a better price point than any of our competitors, we know that we will disrupt many companies that you recognize as successful companies today. So that's why we all believe that this is the last business you will ever need. You'll hear us saying that a lot. This is the last business that you will ever need. You can be a part of the company that drives targeted traffic to your site to increase your customer base, and you can earn commissions over and over again. So what that means for you as well is that the customers that come into your organization will never leave. The value they are receiving is just too amazing. It's just better than anything else out there. So with this AI-induced software that follows up on your visitors, as Andy was talking about, it answers their questions, it closes the sale, and it does this all through an automated process that Mike was talking about earlier. So believe me, whether you choose to be active in this business, that means share it with people. If you're a big marketer and you want to share it with people, or if you want to just be passive and you want to activate your business and not do another thing. OnPassive will build your business for you. And I've never heard of anything like that in my entire career online. So it's an affordable way for you to achieve generational wealth, and it's all through an automated process. So we'd love to have you, but you better do it, make a decision pretty quick, because the founder position is going to end very, very soon. And when it ends forever. It's never coming back. So back to you, Susie.
Okay. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, everyone who was on the panel today. What I love what Dan said was, the fully automated. A lot of us talked about that today, but what I really loved about it is I've always dealt with customers, customer service, troubleshooting. With OnPassive, you don't do that. They do it for us. They take care of everything. And when I heard that, I was like, I am in. And even when I was sharing it with friends and family, they're like, well, what do you mean customers? Do I have to manage them? It's like, no. Our CEO has figured that out. We don't like to have anyone feel like we're pressuring, trying to convince you or pestering you about this. And like I said before, we don't need to do that. We do have enough founders right now. We are very transparent. This company has a lot of integrity. This is a clean company that is going through all of the legal processes and being certified and registered so that we are going to be the highest level company operating. Our CEO is committed to that. So we're very transparent here, like I said, with integrity. But we are telling you the window of opportunity is closing very, very soon. I enjoy doing these meetings with this panel. We have a lot of fun, and we're not going to be doing them anymore very soon because the opportunity to become a founding member will be closed and it will be gone for good. So we say that because we care about you. It's in your interest more than it is in our interest to get back to the person who invited you. They'll get you a registration link and they'll get you signed up. Once you're signed up as a founder, you will have access to the back office. There's all different resources there. There's videos, there's private information. You will be signing a non-disclosure agreement. You will be in, and you are going to be so pleased at what you're going to see once you get in, but you got to take that step and get in. Once again, in the chat, if you want a copy of today's webinar, just send an email to onpassivenation@gmail.com. Marty will send you out a link from today's recording. And also go to onpassive.com, take a look around. There's so much information there, and you can start to see that this company is here. It's revolutionary, and this is an opportunity that you will never have again in your lifetime. I can guarantee you that. So with that, we're going to say goodbye. Thank you to all the panel. It was a great webinar. Get back to the person who invited you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.
Okay.